Hey guys, I'm Matt Lighty, and this is another day leading up to 3.26. Patch note update D, as in Dick. I cannot even begin to fathom how... You know what? This is actually wild. Since I sat down to record this video, and since I opened up my tabs, they've actually added more stuff. It's like... So we're going to be discovering some of it together now. Literally, this was here an hour ago. And this was just added. So, that's fucking nuts. Okay, so either way, the Animate Guardian drop body mod has been removed because otherwise you'd be able to, like, dupe items. Obvious, no one thought this would be added. Sanctum got fucking orbital striked to no longer drop high stack sizes of currencies past third floor, stuff like that. Less divine, stuff like that. People's Reddit posts saying, lol, Sanctum dead, original sin price jumping. Yeah, Sanctum got nerfed if you're a Sanctum enjoyer. There's that hit. Recombinators were changed also to now no longer have the type of unique modifiers used to recombinate. Stuff like the essence modifier and how the veiled modifiers were changed. So the way that this, someone did a little Reddit post rev. Large factor in recombinant crafting was making use of the fact you could craft the cheap exclusive named modifier chosen end of the order. With the removal of the benchcraft mods and syndicate recipes, it's likely that these are now called something different. You could still craft meta mods exclusive, but they're a lot more expensive, that sort of stuff. So there's going to be a change to recombinators, but it also depends, like this guy said, how the naming mod will be changed. A pretty common thing that we are assuming is that this is going to change the power of items when, like they're saying, being less good for top-end crafting and more useful for crafting like 3 to 4 mod items, and not so much 5 to 6 mod items. So recombinators were nerfed. Bingo. And then this stuff I'm literally reading with you for the first time. Changed how additional party members scale the quantity and rarity from that the player finds. Okay, well, I mean, so that sentence could literally mean anything. Changed how additional party members scale the quantity and rarity of items the player finds. This is most likely, I would assume, a nerf to party play. And then we'll just keep reading, but that's a wildly ambiguous sentence. We now drop 100% more of certain item classes like currency and gold, as they are valuable for players where items like armored weapons scale at much lower amounts. The result of this is that when in larger parties you see less non-unique equipment and more things you actually want. So you might get more currency and less rares. Could be good. We no longer increase rarity per player in a party, but we increase the number of uniques specifically. This will result in the same number of unique items per party member. So all of this could mean basically there's no change, or instead of dropping 2 rares, you drop a rare and a scour or something like that. This means nothing. This means basically nothing, but there could be a change to party member play. Almost always when there's something mentioned, it's a nerf, just straight up historically. So, you know, I will never be affected by this because I play SSF, but if you're in a party play, it might be worse, it might be better. What's the point of even documenting this? Who knows? Endgame changes. The antagonists modifier in T17 map now grants rare monsters an additional modifier from 2. So we lost a rare modifier on T17s. That's a nerf to 17s. Okay. Reduce the amount of increased pack size granted by T17 map modifiers that specifically augment pack size. The value has been lowered from 25 to 15. Okay, that's nerf to pack size. So there's a nerf to the rare mod strat, nerf to pack size. Abyss Scarab of Multitudes now spawn abysses in areas 50% increased monsters from 75. A nerf to the Abyss Scarab. Orange Scarab of Glittering now as players in the area gain increased IR for each monster slain, up to 400 from every 4 seconds and up to 200. No longer has item quantity. That I don't know how that change is going to be felt, but these 3 are obvious nerfs, but this is again quite ambiguous. Resplendent Tempest from the Scarab of Radiant Storms no longer grants quantity and has had an increase in rarity. Probably a nerf, but again, you could argue this is ambiguous. Corrupted Growth in Crimson Iron Ore Encounter. So those are the rare nodules that spawned the Beyond monsters out. Are now normal rarity monsters, previously unique rarity, so this means that it will not interact with Titan Scarabs how it used to, where you could give it unique beneficial modifiers, which was a common strategy. These were always just intended to be a monster spawner as opposed to actual reward source. That's fine. That's a nerf, but it seemed like a possibly oversight, so I get that. Split the existing modifier that grants IQIR found in areas from cleansing and tangle influence altars into 2 separate ones. That's definitely a nerf. Yeah, that's definitely a nerf. So the one that gave IQIR now is 2 different ones, one giving IR, one giving IQ. Definitely a nerf, because you basically are going to get half the value of altars you were previously getting. You could argue, depending on the weighting, that you might get them twice as likely compared to lesser altar modifiers, but that's just I think it's just a straight nerf. So these I don't really know about, because I think anyone who's freaking out about this, it might be a bit not rooted in any sort of evidence, since you can't know about something you haven't tested. These 3 straight up nerf. This one's ambiguous. These are ambiguous. This is a course correction from a missed oversight. That's a straight nerf. Sanctum got dunked on, and Recomb Nerfs got nerfed. So all of those are in patch note D. I'm not sure how the populace feels about that recent one, since we just got this, I think, literally within the past mere moments. Probably people freaking fucking out again. The influence altar quant and rarity mobs will be very noticeable for juice snipers. Yep, nothing like a few kicks to the scrotum. Yeah, some of these are nerfed. The party play ones I'm not sure about. Yeah, Horn Scarab of Glittering got nerfed again. Abyss Scarab nerf. People, yeah, just a bunch of nerfs. Yum. Okay, well, either way, that's your patch note D. Every single day, we seem to be getting things in these patches, updates that are as influential as the base patches itself, and the fact that we have 5 updates stacked up here over 5 days. I mean, it is like, these patch notes are, every day I say it more, but this is absolutely fucking pointless to get patch notes a week in advance if it is this complete. This is such a travesty of information that, like, the amendments in some of these things are far more substantial than a lot of the information in these patch notes. But there you go. We'll see how these things feel. And if there's another one, we'll be on to, was it A, B, C, D? We're on to E now. So cool. I'm Matt Lighty. Have a good day.